All right, not a technical glitch there, guys. We got cut off in the first part of the podcast today, so I guess we're going to do it in two parts. I don't know why. First time it's ever happened. Glad I noticed it in time. But anyway, we're talking about hubris. We're talking about putting people down, how it's not necessary, how we need to kind of get away from that and head toward a more Socratic type of debate. I wish we would. Again, you do this. You do this when it comes to your financial planning. You prepare rather than plan. You know that you don't know. You don't know. You end up coming out on the other side stronger than you were coming in. It works. It works. And again, as a society, we need to head in that direction. Again, you see the people on TV, see the people, I know it all, I claim to know it all. No, they don't know what they don't know. There's actually, what's it called? I wrote about it. The Dunning-Kruger effect. They don't know what they don't know. Cognitive bias in which people of low ability have illusions of superiority and mistakenly assess their cognitive ability as greater than it is. The cognitive bias of this superiority comes from the inability of low ability people to recognize their lack of ability. These individuals, they tend not to be self-aware, even though they will tell you how bright, smart, intelligent that they are. They can't actually, basically even value their own competence. Anyway, moving on. Got to do a follow-up from yesterday. Chinese vaccine drive. They announced that everything is awesome all of a sudden. No, it's not. Okay, it's a step in the right direction, and the Asian markets cheered it. China's, again, you want to take basically Xi Jinping and the Communist Party is trying to take a little bit of pressure off, releasing some of the steam, the valve there, trying to let off some steam, trying to give the people the hope that they're going to pull back to some degree. They're saying they're planning on loosening some of the restrictions. Who knows? But they're really pushing for more vaccines. Asian markets cheered it. I'm going to explain to you, okay? China is many cases is almost uninvestable unless you're getting paid. Well, nothing is uninvestable. Everything is risk reward. There's just a high level of risk there. And we've gone over a myriad of things. The fact that their numbers are not accurate. The numbers are one big fat fugazi. They are. GDP numbers. We talked about their oil consumption, how it's in the toilet, the real estate problems there. A lot of difficulties. Again, this is not the same group of people that were running the country. This is not Hu Jintao. This is not the same people that said, hey, we want to grow this bad boy. We want to bring people out of poverty. No. This is all a completely different ideology. It's a command and control ideology. And those ideologies, I'm sorry, I don't invest. I don't invest there. It's just way too much risk that's involved. Saw this story. Wall Street whistleblowers tipping off the Securities and Exchange Commission. They don't hear anything back. What were you planning on hearing back? People are doing this. They're doing this on their own time for fun. And I talked in the past about Harry Markopolos. And Harry Markopolos, he discovered Madoff. He did all of the work. He did all of the math behind Madoff. I knew Madoff was a scam, but I didn't go through and figure out the odds of this and how it's mathematically impossible for him to show these consistent level of returns. I just knew it was a fugazi. I could just tell. But anyway, he put the work in, sent it over to the SEC. Did they pay attention to it? No. Got thrown in some file cabinet somewhere. You can send the SEC all the information you want. That's not what they do. It's not what they do. Comes to rip-off scams. They come in after the fact, after the damage has been done, and then they fine people. Okay, so you can tip off. I come across ripoffs and scams on a daily basis. Am I going to waste my time calling up the SEC? No, makes no sense. Anyway, crypto bros off story in the New York Post. Yeah, all of those, G-Wagons. I guess that was the crypto bro car of choice, was the G-Wagon. I guess McLaren's as well. Not a big fan of the G-Wagon. Looks like a box on wheels, if you ask me. But hey, it's a $300,000 box on wheels, and they're showing up on the various different auto traders out there, 4,000 miles on them, that $100,000 discounts to what they were bought at. Yeah, the crypto ripples are being felt. There was actually a story. They were interviewing some of the club promoters and owners in Miami, and they were talking about the parties that were being thrown by these guys and shutting down an entire club for $500,000 on the night, $50,000 at a table, all this stuff, and out of control. Like the money it just keeps coming. It's crypto. I'm gonna be rich forever. I'm like, that's nothing there. Again, these people, they thought I was worth this. You weren't worth shit. Okay? I could put a $5 billion valuation on my baseball card collection, but guess what? It ain't worth $5 billion. There's not a soul on the planet that's going to pay $5 billion for my baseball cards. That's just me telling you that it's worth that much. Anyway, collapse in home prices are coming, experts say. Okay. Homes. Home prices, people, it's depending upon where you are. Okay. I don't like it. Home prices, all right, we go to 2008, 2007, 2008, 2000, and home prices started coming down. And it happened in a myriad of places around the country. You had people that bought homes with no money down and adjustable rates, and the value dropped and they walked away from it. Yeah, that stuff is not going to happen right now, but prices are going to come down in certain markets. It's a big country. There's a lot to consider when you consider real estate. Are you on the water? How close to the water? Are you near a population center? What are the schools like? All of these things matter. To paint the United States real estate market with a broad brush it makes no sense at all. Zero. We're a big country. But yeah, are prices going to come way down? Absolutely. Some places more than others. But again, it's your home. It's not a bank. It's a monthly bill, for crying out loud. What the hell difference does it? I hear these pundits all the time. People are going to feel, they're not going to feel as rich because the value of their home has dropped. Why? If your home drops, let's say you own a $1 million home and your home drops, the value drops to $800,000. You're not moving anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Your house is just fine. How does that change the way you live? You mean to tell me if your house is worth more, you're going to go out and you're going to spend more? When my house was worth $1 million, I was going to go out and buy a G-Wagon. Now I'm going out, I'm going to have to get myself a Ford Fiesta. Are you out of your mind? Come on. Anyway, one more quick story today. Democrats are going to be throwing the proverbial kitchen sink. They got this lame duck session here, and they know it. And one of the things that I'm frightened is you're going to get Republicans on board, and they're going to push to expand, reinstate the child tax credit. Yeah, the refundable tax credit. If you don't pay any taxes at all, guess what? You're getting a monthly check from your government. turns the IRS into an entitlement agency is exactly what it did. $3,000 per kid. Oh, if your kid is under 6, it's $3,600 per kid, and you're getting a monthly check. It's Giving Tuesday, and I'm all for charity. I'm all for helping people that are down and out on their luck. This is not one of those programs. This is an entitlement. This is a handout. This is a giveaway. People, certain circumstances, maybe befallen some certain people where they need help, need a safety net. I get that, but I'm, for the life of me, why is it my job? How in the world is it my job to pay to raise your kid? I don't get this. Could someone try to explain this to me? Somebody explain why the job of your fellow citizen to pay to raise your child. If you can't afford to have kids, don't have them. Period. The end. They're expensive. I'm here to tell you, okay? They're a luxury item. They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And I have to pay, and my fellow citizens have to pay. Do you know that, striking, you know that 40% of the people who file taxes don't owe any federal income tax? 40%. Well, why would they file? Filing because they want free stuff. It's like an application. It's an application for free money. You may not owe any federal taxes, but make sure you get that tax return in, because you're going to start getting a check in the mail. And you want to know who started this? Republicans. Republicans started this as part of Contract with America. Yes, it was. Heritage Foundation. They structured it a little bit differently. They wanted it. It wasn't a refundable tax credit. It was, you had to pay taxes, and it was $500. And they coupled it at the time. They wanted to reduce government spending. Yeah. Now look at what it's turned into. Every president after the fact has put the freaking thing on steroids. More handouts, more giveaways. Oh, we're taking kids out of child poverty. Bullshit. BS. You're keeping families down is what you're doing. You're keeping them down, where they're going to make a calculation at the end of the year whether or not I should get that second job or work a little bit harder. But if I do that, guess what? I'm going to make too much money, and I'm going to stop getting my free government money, my free checks. That's horse crap. That's not what this country's all about. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Again, I challenge anybody out there. You explain to me how it's my duty to pay for your kid. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. WatchDogOnWallStreet.com. Sorry about the technical glitch here with the 2-part podcast today. It is what it is. Have a good one.